ー、かわいい。パックのセットと20種類のセットと3種類の茶葉単管入りコアラのお茶入れるやつ。美味しそう。ブラックチェリー。フリーズドライストロベリー。
It's for somebody special. Yeah, can't wait it out tonight. Baby, you special. Can't wait it out tonight. Yeah, can't believe it's so. Yeah, 20 nights been so. I don't lose composure. Yeah, got my champion lover. Would you wait for me, girl? Yeah, 'cause now you did cross my mind. Would you wait for me, girl?
Ooh, yeah, 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 baby. No, no. We never said exclusive. I just promised you my time, and I'm giving it to you, babe. So I can be an accusing. Your emotions running wild. If you don't calm down, I can't stay. Breathe in, breathe out. Let me speak now. What happened was a one-time thing. No bullshit, no lie. I swear I'll try to give you my everything. Baby, can't you turn up blind eye? Let it slide, let it slide. Look the other way this one time. Let it slide, let it slide.
years of age, really depending on them individually. Two are a really strict rostering system. It's purely on their terms. So sometimes they don't want to participate at all. They will give us indicators. But yeah, so if you ever out in the wild, you see wild lazy back in the tree, they've got really white chest, as well. So basically, yeah, we have, I would say, over 40,000 people who recently filed the deal.
Ceiling fan blowing cold breeze on your body. I can't tell you really what it is, but you got it. Makeup in the morning, you got dresses in your closet, but you grab them tight, you in love with being modest. You a move body giving scenic views. I'm just saying I'm amused, but you ain't even flexing. And you cool, tatted up, cover wounds, different vibe, you new improved, but you ain't even flexing. And you ain't gotta try too hard. Number one fan, your side, your applaud. Got me think about inside the walls. Words cut deep, it's like a sword. Making me better, you hotter than pepper, You with a big stepper who chasing a cheddar, All of these women, they not on your level, You like a mix of business and pleasure, You a move body giving scenic views. I'm just saying I'm amused, but you ain't even flexing. And you cool, tatted up, cover warm, different vibe, you new improved, but you ain't even flexing. 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 Ceiling fan blowing cold breeze on your body. I can't tell you really what it is, but you got it. Makeup in the morning, you got dresses in your closet, but you grab them tight, you in love with being modest. You a move body giving scenic views. I'm just saying I'm amused, but you ain't even flexing. And you cool, tatted up, cover wounds, different vibe, you new improved, but you ain't even flexing. And you ain't gotta try too hard. Number one fan, your side, your applaud.
中に袋にいるよ。
are welcome to order alcohol.